Hi there. In this video we are going to be taking a look at this AQUADRYER Humidity Absorber from Wessper. So it comes like this in a plastic bag, and inside is the dehumidifier itself. So let's cut this with scissors and I will get back to you. These are the instructions. If you need to read them, pause at any moment. But I will do my best to explain. This thing is made from silica gel beads. So the little granules that you find in tiny bags, something about this size, in shoe boxes, electronic boxes, sometimes mobile phone boxes when you buy them sometimes. Their purpose is to keep what's inside the box dry. So this thing will keep your car dry. In this particular case, we bought the huge one that is actually meant for trucks in theory. Do we care that we will be using it in a car? No, presumably it will do even a better job because it's meant for a bigger space. So, the balls inside of this attract humidity and they gain weight. At the start, when they are fully dry, this has 900 grams. If it gets above 1170 grams, it means it's full and it will no longer attract water inside of it. Presumably you will also feel it a bit damp to your hand, but don't count on that. You need to check the weight. To dry it up, because this is 100% reusable, you do not throw this away, you reuse it. You put it in the microwave at 600 watts for 6 minutes. Then you wait, and in theory it should be at about 930 grams, so presumably not even new. Maybe it's not at 900 grams because maybe it has 900 grams of gel beads inside of it, silica beads, but the material also weighs something, so presumably this is the dried weight, about 930 grams. If it's at that weight, go and use it in your car or truck or wherever you want to. If it's not there yet, put it again 6 minutes at 600 watts and then wait again, and that's about it. And when you will use it in time in your car, maybe in a month or something like that, it will get back to this by filling up with water. This is the brand, again, Wessper, not really sure how to pronounce that. And do these things work? 100%. I have one 350 grams from a different company. That one in theory has a marker in the middle that shows you when it's too wet and you need to dry it. This one doesn't have any marker on it, so you need to wait. Mine, you look at that marker, but do I 100% trust that marker? Not really sure. So for mine, it has alternative instructions to actually wait. So the weight of it is the best determination to see if it's full of water or not. Yeah, so mine was about, let me think, less than 10 euros, and again about 350 grams, but it wasn't in stock anymore, so my wife needed one of these in her car. Mine is working perfectly in my car, and I moved it in my wife's car for about a week because her car wasn't drivable. Honestly, it was just too damp and the windows would fog up instantly. It's an old car, doesn't defog too well. With that inside, it's drivable. So I managed to find that one being out of stock, and this being €2 more expensive for almost 3 times the weight of silica beads inside of it. So in theory this is much better for her old car, which doesn't have that good seals around the doors and trunk and who knows where, so more humidity goes in her car than in mine. This being able to absorb more water is ideal for her car, and the other one will go back in mine, but I know for a fact that these kind of bags actually work. And just think about it, you don't want humidity in a car. We are not just talking about windows fogging up. All the metal inside of your car, all the switches, all the contacts, if you have high humidity in your car, in time they will corrode and not make good contacts and rust away and whatnot. Humidity is bad for the inside of the car. Get one of these. If you can get one of these, about 12 euros, or even the smaller ones, 350 grams or whatnot. I will put the other video in the description of this one, the link to it. Go for it, buy them. So at this point I will go and set this presumably in the door of the car. Doesn't really matter where it is. In the glove box it's not ideal because it will not have contact with all the air in your car, but in the door, for example, this is the best possible place. And yes, it's not for trucks only, it's for anything, but it's big, it was cheap, ideal situation. So let's get it in the car. Just a bit of other instructions right here that I didn't see. And yes, sorry about this, this is how it came, a bit damaged. And yes, use it in the car in an area. Could I show you somehow this text? Sorry, hope you can read something. And yes, they got the weight wrong. Where is it? It was somewhere. They were saying something about the weight and it was completely wrong. Where is it? I cannot find it. 390 grams. No, it should be 930 grams. So a typo. Anyway. These are the warnings. Don't, and this is what it can do. Do not put this in a car in an area on your dashboard, for example, where it can slide off, fall on your feet, trap or block the accelerator, or it can get under your brake and you cannot brake anymore. Put this somewhere where it is not moving anywhere. And I really love this picture, honestly. I keep looking at this truck, it looks really, really good. I like it. Anyway, I like blue, so presumably blue color, it's what it gets me. That's about it. These things recycle, this goes in the car, and goodbye fog and humidity. And we are inside of my wife's car. This is for her car, and this is mine. And this is what I was talking about. This is normally blue and it becomes purple when it's fully wet, and as you can see it's not that blue anymore. It's a bit washed out, so slowly this is filling up. This is much bigger and much heavier, and it will be going somehow inside this door. And it's the perfect place because it will have contact with the air through that mesh. So be back in a second. And now the Volkswagen Lupo truck is ready to be dehumidified. We'll report back if this works as well as mine does. This is in the car for more than a week, and literally there isn't any condensation whatsoever on the windows. So yes, this thing is doing exactly as it should. You can see on my car right there, it's dirty as hell and it's wet. It's a miserable weather, and it's been like this for a good few weeks already. So this is doing really, 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 really well. Zero condensation in this car whatsoever. It's bigger probably than it needs to be, but doesn't affect anything, and it was cheap, so better bigger in this case. So that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.